Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We will also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Now, today is day 125 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days out of the year this year, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,250 miles within that time frame. Now, this is only my second year ever running. The first year in 2020, I was able to run 1,001 miles in that year, and I did that within 175 days out of that year. So this will be a 25% step up in the amount of miles I'll be going for this year, as well as a 100% step up in the amount of days I will be running throughout the year. Like I said, today was day 125. Got out there, felt pretty good. It was a little overcast, around 55, 60 degrees when the sun popped out. I wore a hoodie. Probably shouldn't have. Was sweating a little bit more than I normally do. But I got out there today and we pumped out 3.6 miles for the day. That put me at 10.8 miles for the week. I do a bare minimum of 25 miles a week, guys, and I do that in order to hit the 100 mile per month, in order to hit the 1250 mile for the year goal. So I try to do a bare minimum of 25 miles, but I usually try to hit 33 miles, even more sometimes. So right now we're sitting at 10.8. That leaves us 22.1 miles outside of the 33 mile mark for the week. Now for the month, we are sitting at 24.4 miles. Now we talked about the 100 mile mark. Every single month, I realized I would have to just average over just a little bit over 100 miles in order to hit that 1250 goal. So I decided if I'm going to be doing 100 miles every month, I might as well challenge myself to 100-mile challenges every month and do them in honor of different charities and try to raise money and start fundraisers throughout those months in honor of those charities to raise awareness and money. So through the first 4 months of the year, we were able to raise some money for 4 great charities, and we were able to surpass the 100 miles in every single one of those months. In January, we raised money for American Cancer Society. In February, we raised money for the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network. In March, we raised money for Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. And in April, we raised money for, losing it offhand, Autism Speaks. Now we're sitting here in May, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we chose to go with a charity and nonprofit organization who deals with lots of mental health issues, such and substance abuse issues, as well as suicidal issues. The charity is To Write Love on Her Arms. They have a fundraiser as well, going through their own websites that they do, and they also have contact numbers for anyone who may need to access them if they are going through a mental health crisis. So let me look that up real quick. I should have had that offhand, guys. I'm sorry. All right. So, anyways, so this is what we're doing for the month of May because it is mental health awareness. So before I find out more information about them, let's talk just about a little bit about mental health in general. Mental health is something that I think we all go through in different parts of our lives. Some people, it lasts longer. Some people have to struggle with it a little bit longer in different situations. I know I had a lot of mental health issues and was going through a lot of things during lots of different periods of my life. As of recent, a few years ago, I was going through a few mental health issues, and I know the one thing that did help me was me trying to start really changing my habits and getting out there and exercising. So that is one thing that I really want to try to push forward, because I know a lot of people are like me, especially. I was someone who did not want to try to rely on medication. So the exercise route really was something that really helped me out. So that's something I like to talk about and try to push for anyone who don't want to try to go with the medication route. It's something that's always good. But another thing that is always good is just to communicate with the people around you. And if you are someone who is more stable, if there's someone who in your life may need help or is going through a crisis and they're willing to talk to you, try to be there to listen to them. And it is a serious issue, especially nowadays with COVID going on and all of that. The mental health crisis is something that is only rising with all of the things that are going on in today's current times. So that being said, like I said, we are doing this month's fundraiser in honor of To Right Love Honor Arms. They have a few hotline numbers on their website where you can contact. We have the crisis text line, which is text TWLOHA to 741-741. You have the suicide prevention lifeline, which is 1-800-273-8255. If you know anything about child abuse, there's a child abuse hotline, which is 1-800-422-4453. Domestic violence hotline, 1-800-799-7233. We got rape, abuse, incest national network, which is another hotline. We got 1-800-656-4673. So there's a whole bunch of different numbers and stuff that you can contact that they have on their website. They do a lot of fundraiser work, like I said, with mental health crisis and things like that focuses on mental health crisis, substance abuse and suicide and all of that kind of thing. All of those kind of things. So really stoked. I guess that's not the perfect word for it, but yeah, I'm really excited to be working and trying to do this month in honor of To Right Love Honor Arms. It was a company that I've always respected and looked forward to trying to deal with and do something with and start a fundraiser for. I just never did. And I'm really excited to be doing it here this month. So if you guys would like to donate to Right Love Honor Arms, you can find the link to donate to this fundraiser. That will be the May 100-mile challenge for To Right Love Honor Arms. You can find the link to donate to this fundraiser on the Defining Discipline Instagram and Facebook stories, as well as my personal pages, Instagram and Facebook stories. And within those stories, you'll see it in the middle. There'll be like a little banner that says it's the May 100-mile challenge in honor of To Right Love Honor Arms. At the very top, it'll have a link that says donate on Facebook. You click on that. It'll open up that Facebook link for you to be able to donate however much money you are able to donate. Anything is accepted and all is accepted. Don't think that just because you can only donate a couple bucks right now, it's not worth it. Everything goes a long way and it is very well appreciated. So that being said, even if you want to help out and you really just can't afford to this month, you still want to help out, the best thing you can do is to just share this fundraiser so other people can see it. Just keep spreading it and let other people know about this fundraiser this month. Let's try to raise awareness for mental health and for this fundraiser To Right Love Honor Arms. Let's try to raise some money and awareness for them and just raise awareness for mental health and substance abuse and all that right now in these times, guys. A lot of people are out there struggling and a lot of people need help. So let's try to reach out our helping hands and help out whoever we can, whenever we can. Other than that, like I said, so we're sitting at the monthly challenge for 100-mile challenge. We are sitting at 24.4 miles for the month here in May after today's run. And now for the year after today's run, we are sitting at 539.7 miles for the year, guys. I know the yearly challenge is 1250, but I have discussed it before. If I keep going at this pace, I'll probably be done with it probably around October, maybe even before, right around there. So at that point, once we get closer, we might switch the goal to 1500 instead of 1250. But that is, again, something to be discussed at a later time. Now, before we get into today's episode, let's talk about a couple things real quick. I do have a 50K trail race coming up here in June. It's June 5th. Really looking forward to it, guys. Have been training for it. Have been really pumping out these miles these last few months and really trying to go hard and try to get a little bit of elevation work in as much as I can, because I know that is going to be the real killer here. And the real killer is going to be getting out the day after and continuing to run after running 31 miles. But really looking forward to this trail race. Super stoked about it. We'll be starting the taper. I'm thinking let's see if I pull up a calendar here real quick. I'll probably start the taper, right around the 22nd, maybe the week of the 23rd. So, I'll probably pump 2 more weeks out, finish this week off, and then do 2 more weeks hard. And then the 23rd to the 29th, kind of really slow it down, and then really slow it down, the 30th, 31st. Might even taper it even the week before on the 16th. Start the taper, not fully, but start slowing down the miles a little bit and just get really ready for the race. So really looking forward to that, as well as the race that I have coming up in October, which is the Detroit Free Press Marathon. It'll be my first officially timed marathon. My first unofficially timed marathon was around 5 hours and 22 minutes. I am hoping to get that 50K done within that time, and I'm hoping to really shave about an hour and a half off of that time and finish the actual marathon within about 4 hours. So those are my goals, and really excited about this, guys. It's been a fun year so far, 125 days. Some days have been a lot easier than others. Some days, today I've been pretty tired. This week I've been kind of tired, really. Some days have been a little bit of more battle. Some days I've, just excited to get out there, anxious to get out there. Some days I really got to fight to make myself get out there and put in the miles that I need to get to. So let's just get into today's episode real quick and close it out. So today is day 125, episode 125, and for today's episode we are going to talk about ambition, which I was actually surprised to find out that I have not talked about before. I was like holding it off, thinking that I talked about it, like I had it on a list, but I thought I already talked about it, but then I realized I didn't. So we're going to talk about it because it's something that something I struggled with for a very long time. When I was a lot younger, I felt like I had a lot more confidence in a lot of the things I was doing, and I had a lot more ambition because I had that confidence where it kind of backed up my ambition. So I had desires, and really strong desires, to really get things done and follow my dreams and really go after what I wanted. And I felt, maybe I was partly protected, overly protected, where I was able to kind of live that out longer than maybe most people do, of thinking, their dreams will come true and trying to continue to pursue them. But I think something eventually happened where reality just really hit one time, and I kind of lost confidence and lost my ambition, and not necessarily just the things I wanted, but I felt like I lost maybe my ambition in just anything. Like I just didn't see the purpose in anything. I felt very lost and very confused, and just everything seemed kind of pointless. So I had no ambition, and for a long time I struggled with that, and it only hurt me, and it was hard for me to find any ambition. Like, for the longest time, music was my ambition. Music was that really got me up, and like I really look forward to like writing and like structuring like songs and like into certain certain keys and stuff like that, and then structuring the actual lyrics to like have a deeper meaning, and then for them to rhyme in so many syllables, and like it was like a puzzle every single day that like gave me a meaning and a purpose. And I had this ambition to like really get up and like be the best version of that. And then it was like my plans, not necessarily they changed, but like my goals kind of changed. I was more oriented to trying to focus on maybe find someone and start my life, and really focus on settling down, because when I was living that life of going for that musician thing, but I was living a really crazy life of just floating around from here to here to here to here, not really having any stability in my life. And it kind of freaked me out, like I said, and then I kind of lost confidence in it and lost confidence in myself, and didn't know where I was going, and felt very unstable, and just kind of really lost myself. And I wanted to really find that stability that really kind of just locked me down, and gave me a purpose. And, I found that within my wife, who I, eventually married. We dated for a long time. But I still just I couldn't find that ambition of like something that I was ailing for every single day, just wanting to get out of bed and like accomplish and get done. And, you know, when you don't have that and you don't have something to like be ambitious about, or something to really to get you to get motivated and going and stuff, it's really hard to go. And I understand that, because I was there for such a long time, just to like, it was a struggle to find a purpose, like on my days off, to get out of bed and do something. Or um it's a struggle. I get it. It is hard to be ambitious every single day. And for the longest time I felt lost, I felt hopeless. And it wasn't until I really took that self responsibility of owning up, like, these are my problems and they're never going to get fixed unless I take that step to fix them. And it was like me building up my own ambition to like really want to better myself and better my life, and really just own it up and stop trying to play this pity party of like, oh, poor me. Um, I'm never gonna have anything I want, blah 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 blah. What's the meaning of everything, and yada yada yada. And it wasn't until I changed my mentality of like, well, you can have anything you want. You can do whatever. Everything is limitless as long as you apply yourself, as long as you have that ambition, that determination, that hard work to get out there, and that desire to really put forward what you need to put forward in order to achieve it. And it's so easy to live within either of those realms. It's so easy to see the world as this pointless thing. Like, we are so small compared to the universe and everything. Like, what could this mean? Like, it seems so meaningless at points, but then at times everything you do has a certain meaning. It reflects and affects, and everything it touches. So like, everything has a meaning, even though it seems so pointless at times. So you just really got to find that ambition and that reason to really get up every single day and find it and grind for something, no matter what it is. If it's, for me right now, it's my health, and trying to really focus on figuring out what I want to do for the rest of my life, and trying to make a good living and stay healthy and continue to run, and really just focus on living a healthy lifestyle, and trying to keep as much suffering at bay, because I know life is going to be suffering. There's going to be plenty of suffering within my life, but to be able to be strong enough, one, to deal with it when it comes, and two, just to be ready and to try to keep it at bay for as long as possible. Those are my goals. And getting out there, like I said, every day and grinding is something that that is what keeps me ambitious, is getting out there and really pushing my limits and pushing myself, beyond what I ever thought was possible to begin with. So I just wanted to talk about ambition in general today, because it is such an important and integral part of our lives that we don't really realize. And when we lack it, we really suffer from it. So I think no matter what it takes, I think the best thing you could ever do is to try to find that ambition within yourself, to really push yourself, to motivate yourself to get out there and do whatever it is you're passionate about, and whatever is really beneficial for you. Sometimes ambition isn't necessarily always going to be tied to pleasurable things. Sometimes you need to have that ambition to do the things that aren't necessarily pleasurable but are beneficial. So not everything that is beneficial is going to be pleasurable. Remember that. So for your daily discipline for the day, guys, it is to try to find that ambition and to sustain it, to really just keep it and hold on to it, and to focus on it, and to just grind and be ambitious every single day, to attack every single day with that ambition and that desire and that determination of hard work, of just getting it done and really putting in what needs to be put in, guys. So that is your daily discipline for the day. I want to thank you guys so much for listening and following along. 125 episodes, 125 days, guys. I know a lot of people probably didn't think I was going to make it this long. Part of me probably didn't even think I was going to make it this long. It is definitely, like I said before, some days have been easier and some days have definitely taken their toll of, even just getting these episodes out in time. It's stressful sometimes. But it's been a great journey, and I'm so grateful to be able to do it and can continue to do it. So thank you so much for following along and listening. If you guys have any questions, concerns, please shoot them my way on the Facebook, the Instagram, on the YouTube, the email, whatever podcast streaming platform you listen on. You might be able to comment on there. Just shoot whatever you guys have, concerns, if you want to be a guest, whatever the case is. You have anything you want to contact me about, please don't be afraid. Other than that, thank you so much for listening. If you can, please, on all those platforms, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you guys listen on, please go on those and give us a like, a subscribe, a share, and a follow. Let anyone in your lives that you may know that may need some self motivation, or looking for some self-improvement, or just looking to listen to some podcasts about some guy who decided he wanted to try to run every single day, send them our way. Other than that, thank you so much for listening. I am your host, Scott. This is the Defining Discipline podcast. Make sure you guys get your daily discipline done for the day and to stay disciplined always and every single day. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 126. Other than that, just take it easy and peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.